ladies and gentlemen, to the Invigorate Hangout podcast with your host with the most, LT John 5, and your sexual deviant buddy, Mr. Whips, aka me, and the man that is half bird, half man, half sexual, Burdi. Witness as today we talk about real-life updates, the Luke Smith Destiny controversy, and all kinds of other cool shit. Let's go.
And we're back for Invigorate Hangout podcast numero dos. I'm LT John 5. We have some cool and spicy topics today to go over, so let's get right to it. I want to introduce our special guest, our very own Invigorate hero, the Cryptarch.
And now, here he is himself, the Cryptarch.
Hello, how are you doing, you sexy people?
My goodness.
Who knew the Cryptarch was such a lady killer? Listen to his voice. Ooh.
Damn.
Could take down a lion.
Seriously.
So how's it going, Mr. Cryptarch?
How's it going,
how are you
buddy?
doing?
I'm very well, thank you. I've just got back from Destiny in the pub. I've met such people like my name is Wife and Leah Loves Chief and a bunch of cool fans. It's been a good night.
And I know that you're pretty infamous on Twitter. I think when the last time I saw you, you're already at 50,000 followers. That's pretty amazing right there. So tell us more about why you decided to be the Cryptarch, and your story behind that.
Well, essentially, I've been playing Destiny since the alpha, and I saw this guy on his iPad just being a real dick. I essentially was playing a game. I was essentially playing the game for like 2 weeks once it actually hit retail, and then I decided, actually, wow, maybe he needs a story behind why he's such a dick. I checked it out, saw if anyone was there, and then realized there was no one there. I saw my gap in the market, and I filled it. I stuck it in.
And you've been trolling ever since, huh?
Yeah.
Rolling hard.
Yes.
So you got any future plans for us in the Taken King? Do you got any troll plans?
Well, you've got to pay the troll toll if you want to get in the boys' soul. You got to pay the troll toll to get in. Thank you.
Is it true Sister Wance is the new Taken King Cryptarch vendor?
Well, essentially, I see. Well, his name is Ives. Actually, Brother Vance is actually the guy for trials, Mr. Whips.
And
Oh, I said Sister Sister Wance. She's hot.
Well, that's his sister, and I've may have banged them a couple times.
You would.
so
You would.
I know there's tension between you and Ives.
Savage.
How have you dealt with that recently?
By blocking every single Ives account that tries to jerk off me.
My goodness.
I feel that Master Ives is just trying to cat over my customers, and I'm not actually. I don't feel very respected at the moment. They've called the Tower Cryptarch a very hollow pit. They've called me out numerous occasions,
Right.
and as for Ives, he said on numerous occasions, "I will show you what a real Cryptarch can do." Well,
Oh,
well,
I must have cut deep.
ask him how to go. Yeah, cut deep. Let's just ask him why he's got the scar on the side of his head with my fucking ring.
Now, Mr. Cryptarch, who is Ives again?
Ives is basically the Cryptarch that panders to the player. He's not a real OG. He essentially is what I would call in the business a squeak.
That's cool.
Okay,
And,
alright.
everyone
Oh.
has seen Basketball.
So he's a bootleg from the real thing.
Well, essentially, it's all R&D. But he's a lot nicer.
I see.
Okay.
That's true. He has given me a lot more legendaries than you ever will. Well,
Yep.
I want to get into a little bit more spicy topic right now. I know, Cryptarch, you've heard about the Luke Smith controversy. I'm just going to go ahead and ask you guys to roleplay. Whips, you could be Luke Smith, and the Cryptarch, you can be Eurogamer. They're going to roll Smith. They're going to roleplay the interview that happened. So, just whenever you guys are ready, Eurogamer, go ahead and start with the Taken King.
So it may seem like a small thing, but you're adding exclusive content to the game. 3 new dance modes that players can't get unless they buy the main game and the 2 existing DLCs. Is that right, Luke?
There is no way right now for you to get the dance emotes without doing that. Those are collector's editions exclusive. We've got some stuff set aside for that edition specifically to really make it appeal to fans who have engaged with the game already, and also the people that will enter this game this autumn.
Luke, now, can you see that for some fans are confused that you're asking them to buy stuff they already own?
Yeah, I could totally empathize with those people, but the collector's edition is a pretty cool package for people who want to purchase that stuff. Otherwise, surely what you're saying is that you would want to buy them separately, right?
Well, yeah, I would rather do that, pay a few pounds or dollars or whatever, than spend money on the whole damn thing I already own.
Well, we have nothing more to talk about regarding your opportunity to spend extra money in Destiny, other than the Taken King in the 3 versions we've announced.
Is Bungie considering selling customization items such as this separately? Or is that against the studio's philosophy for Destiny?
Rather than comment on the Bungie philosophy, here's what I'll tell you! If somebody made a golf clap emote, I would spend money on that. Like when somebody falls in golf class, at the moment I bow when I'm trying to mess with them. So I emphasize with some of the things you're saying, I guess.
I feel you should be putting some of these things that you are emphasizing with into practice, Luke Smith.
We have nothing to announce today. We're reading the forums and the reactions to this week's announcements. We will continue to discuss player feedback with respect to the game and collector's edition content.
Listen, Luke, here in the UK, the Taken King costs £40. Now, equivalent to in the US, that will cost about $65. Which is almost as much as the same base game. Does its content justify what you're trying to sell it as?
I'm going to use American dollars because British pounds are just too foreign to me.
Literally foreign?
Indeed, an ocean away. So purchasers get a big, rich campaign, fully voiced cinematics, and a story of what happens when an angry alien god wages war on a solar system, all with a satisfying conclusion. You also have a new subclass to pursue and unlock. We also have a bunch of new strikes. We're not yet talking about how many, and a new raid. We're showing 2 new PvP modes and 4 PvP maps this week. And it's fairly safe to bet that we're not done showing stuff off. So I'm fairly excited about the value proposition. We're calling this a major expansion because it is. We're giving people a whole new place to go, that new destination.
I get that it's big as my penis. But is that also the same price as the base game? That had 4 areas rather than 1, and more mission than the Taken King. why is it the same price?
All I could do is answer with the same thing I just threw in your goddamn face. We're really comfortable with the value we're giving to players this autumn. This autumn, not next year either. I believe that once we begin to share more, prices will be even way more hyped than they totally are right now. And for existing players, it also comes with the Founders Pack and a double XP boost found on Red Bull, with a new Sparrow shader and emblem. Yeah!
Why the hell are you doing the Red Bull promotion when it actually locks players out from different regions? But anyway, disregarding that question, just not the emotes.
It doesn't because they come with the collector's edition. Are you not listening?
Listen, Luke, we've had a real good time so far. I feel like you've really inserted something into me. But the final question on prices.
Is it also the final question on the emotes?
I'm not going to mention them again. I can get them.
Listen to me, you mother... You can get them! You absolutely can! You have to buy the collector's edition!
I'm not going to buy the same game, the same 2 DLCs over again, you
Okay, but first I want to poke at you a little bit!
Poke at me in my anus?
You're feeling anxious because you want this exclusive bullshit content, but you don't know yet how much you want it! The notion...
Poke at me in my anus?
You're feeling anxious because you want this exclusive bullshit content, but you don't yet know how much you want it! Just like the R word. The notion of spending this money is making you anxious. I can see it in your butt.
I do want them. I will buy them, but I don't get the cost for buying them. $40 is too much, Luke.
If I threw you in a torture chamber, pulled up a 90-inch screen TV, and if I fired up a video right now and showed you the emotes, you would just take all the money in the world and throw it right at the damn TV!
God damn it, Luke. What I'm saying is that fan frustration is not because they don't understand the proposition. It comes regardless of how cool the exclusive content is. The frustration, and mine as a fan, is that the method of acquiring is that it requires me to rebuy the same goddamn content I bought a year ago!
It's about value. The player's assessment of the value of the content.
Final question on prices. The Taken King and everything released so far comes at a significant price. Reduced for people who want to jump in now. To Destiny this September. All games do a Game of the Year edition now. I understand that. I get that, Luke. That's not the issue. But when you look at the reduction involved, it's barely any more than buying the Taken King solo. Answer yourself. Answer it for Bungie, Luke.
This autumn, we want to have a moment of convergence where players like you and that dildo face LT Jump 5 and Burdi and all those fuckers and me who are engaged with Destiny can catch up with people who are just joining in, who didn't pick the game up last year for one reason or another, maybe because there wasn't enough to do, but I'm not going to say anything. Thank you for your time, Hero Gamer. I'm out. See you later. I'm going outside.
Luke,
wow, bravo.
Dude, that was
good.
that was a
Dude,
heated interview,
that was
man.
great.
Like, if I'm on the outside, like,
So much
it sounded
fun.
like you guys were gonna beat the shit out of each other in one part of it. Like,
that was the attitude in the interview.
Oh, man.
Oh my god, that's you could cut
Good
a
shit.
knife with that
I,
shit.
dude, I really felt the emotions there. I mean, I was filming
I
the
felt-
interview.
Like,
I can't hear Luke now. What happened?
Some
I'm in the
technical
bar.
difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
I'm in the bathroom.
Again,
Oh,
that's okay.
I need to pee after all that
that was
tension.
great. That was
beautiful.
funny.
That segment is gonna be amazing.
That was funny. Before we move on to the apology that Luke Smith stated out today, was it today? No,
my
yesterday on the Bungie.
Yesterday,
update.
yesterday.
But anyway, I kind of want to talk about the interview itself. I mean, first of all, $80 for the collector's item or edition, right? And that comes.
Whoa! Let's just back it up a bit.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, the real issue that Guardians like myself from other countries other than the US have suffered is the one-to-one conversion. Now, I paid £150 for my Ghost. Now I'm expected to pay £80 for like whatever, digital Guardian, whatever like I actually end up buying.
Wow, yeah.
Now, as conversion rates goes, they are making an extra what? Well, it's 1.45 I think on the on xe.com at the moment, and that's a real problem. I think that the European, Australian, and UK Guardians are facing
Right.
because that ain't right.
Because of the conversion.
Oh, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. At
No,
all.
that's not fair. And that's more of a video game industry issue because it's kind of always been that way. Like,
Yeah, it's
oh,
a
here in
Microsoft Call of
America,
Duty.
the video game is $60, but in like other countries, it's like 70
Right.
or 80.
Right. And
But
remember,
I feel recently that's become more prominent in the industry, where like Activision games specifically.
well, because
There
there's
are, like,
DLCs. Yeah, you'll feel it more because you're
Well,
constantly
yeah.
buying something from that game.
If I was just to buy the like season pass of Destiny on its own, that'd be the same price as the full Destiny game for you guys.
Right.
That's not right.
Right.
Yeah.
But anyway, about the price. I know the price can be a little unfair all around the world. But I mean, 80 here in the United States, $80 for the entire collector's edition. You get both the DLCs, everything prior, and the Taken King plus some shader, emotes, and what else is there? Whips. I think that's
There's those class items that
items,
come with
okay.
XP boosts.
right. And there you go.
Yeah.
First of all, just talking.
emotes. Don't forget the dances.
Oh,
the
that
dancing.
seems to be the thing everybody's
Wants. Yeah.
losing their minds over.
Yeah. With all of that combined, do you think $80 is fair? This is just for the collector's edition. Let's say for the, I think for the new person coming into Destiny, is that fair?
If you are new to Destiny and you'd never played it ever before, then $80 you get the base game, you get the Dark Below, you get House of Wolves, and you get the Taken King.
Right.
The thing that I feel is annoying for vanilla players is the fact that we are paying so much just to carry on versus coming in new now.
Right. And they're right because the second part of the question is $40 for the Taken King, right? And that's it, just for the expansion. And that feels like what, $20 less of an actual game. Destiny came out with $60. And so $40 to me for an expansion, for me myself, like I said, Destiny, I'll probably buy any expansion that comes out with Destiny just to try it out. But yeah, $40 I feel like is a little more pricey than usual.
But I feel the main actual point with the Taken King is we don't actually know what the fuck we're gonna get.
That's true.
What's all in it yet?
That's true.
Yeah.
We
don't like, because literally the Taken King could be just as big as like, you know, vanilla Destiny was.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's not gonna be, but I know it's gonna be to a degree as big as the first game. I don't feel we're gonna get a you know, Dark Below or a House of Wolves. I feel we're gonna get a legitimate amount of content, but then because that hasn't been like expressed by Bungie as of yet, I feel that, you know, the player base is confused on what they're going to get.
Yeah.
You know, bang for buck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bang for buck.
So
It really is like we're all investing in something that we just don't know exactly what we're gonna get yet. It would be like if what's the best way to put it? If some guy came up to you, let's say your best friend, he said, "Hey man, there's stuff in this box I got for you right here. It's something you're really gonna like. It's $80." And you're like, "Oh sure, yeah, whatever. You're my friend. I trust you." You open the box and it's just a used tissue and it's gross. And you're like,
Hey man. Well, but at the same time, like, I'm sorry, Wigs, but that's just RNG.
well,
yeah.
Personally,
Let's say your best friend was the Cryptarch in that scenario, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Personally, Cryptarch, what did you get? Did you get the collector's edition? Are you gonna get it?
Yeah, I've actually I've put my deposit down for the collector's edition, because like personally, I looked at it, and I looked at versus my Ghost edition that cost me £150, and I divided that via the amount of hours I've actually spent on Destiny in total, and that cost me like 6p per hour. Now, if you look at a movie or anything, the actual, like, you know, over here, like to get a like cinema ticket is £16, and then on top of that you're buying drinks, popcorn, whatever, so you're paying about 26 quid for that. So for me, the content is worth it because I will spend a lot of time on it. I've got 34 characters and I've invested into them.
Gotcha.
But the problem is they're not showing the players enough. They're not showing us enough to go, hey, this is a legitimate purchase, and that's what's wrong.
Right.
Yeah, here's $80 worth of stuff that you just don't know what's in it. Buy it, buy it, buy it.
Right.
The real issue that Bungie are having at the moment is they used to be with Microsoft, who would absolutely sort their PR issues out. They would do all the PR and they'd make sure that everything came across like fine. This is the first game they've been on their own.
Right.
And it's really showing. It's showing that they're an immature company. And I think the messages that they're sending across via being an immature company on their own is the one that's damaging the community the most.
And if you think about it, if I'm going to pay $80 for a game, I'd wish there was an actual beta for it. You know?
Yeah, it's.
I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You're investing $80, and the people that are brand new to it haven't even tried it. You know, that's a lot to invest for just the average gamer.
I know. I feel that's a valid point, but I also at the same time can see why they wouldn't beta this game, because essentially the issue with the Taken King is it's marketed as an expansion.
Right.
If they had called this straight from the bat Destiny 2, or like, you know, not an expansion, whatever, there'd be like half the issues they're actually experiencing now. And also, if the like emotes, the class items, and the shaders and all that was exclusively available to a physical collector's edition that contained the Season Pass 2.0, they would have none of these issues. But I feel there's a real momentum shift at the moment that actually we could be seeing a game that's going to go free to play, like buying the shaders and emotes very, very soon.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of kind of summarizes that whole kind of controversy and what people are feeling in the community. And, the community actually voiced a ton of their objections. So, Bungie did respond with the weekly update that happened yesterday. And Whips is actually going to still roleplay Luke Smith here. He's going to roleplay the apology that Luke Smith posted out on the weekly update.
All right, so here is now Luke Smith apologizing in Bungie's weekly update. Wait, what do you want, Deej? What? I gotta say sorry. Why? I'm never sorry. Have you seen my glasses? I'm not sorry about them. I'll get fired if I don't. Where else am I gonna go? My parents' house? Fine. Hi, everybody. I am Luke Smith, creative director on Destiny the Taken King. Many years ago, I wrote to you each week in this goddamn spot. We talked about battle art rifles, BRs. We talked about stuff we weren't going to talk about. And at some point, I did a horrible hand drawing of me riding a horse. Oh, wait, I read that wrong. I did a horrible hand drawing of an upcoming map and teased it with you in this weekly update. I was kind of an asshole about it, honestly. Anyone who knows me knows that I am a sarcastic man. Anyone who remembers the podcasts I've done knows that I can be pretty blunt. And anyone who's watched me in VidDoc knows I'm pretty unpolished. I was practically naked in that fucking video. However, most of you don't know me. Reading my interview with Get Eurogamer and imagining it from some random developer as a game I love, that random developer looks like a god. Oh, I mean, I have to be apologizing. I forgot. That random developer looks like an ass hat. But that ass hat was meat. Deej, do I gotta do this? Do I? I do? I don't wanna. Alright. But that ass hat was me, and those words rightfully anger you. All these next two words are requiring all part of my soul to say, but here I go. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna close my eyes and say, I'm sorry. My words made it sound as if Bungie doesn't care about their most. They think we care. We do care. We are listening, and we will make this right. Here's what we're doing about the collector's edition of Destiny on the Taken King, and then. So, Deej, can you just post the rest of the thing, right? So I'm done? I can go to Pizza Hut now? I can't. Why? The raid was done months ago. I don't have to finish it. It's done. Yeah, we were going to put it in the main game, but you told me not to.
Luke, don't worry.
I'm going to Pizza Hut. Bye, fuckers.
Well done.
I'll do it.
Well done.
Was that good?
Yes, that was amazing.
Okay. Woo!
Oh, man.
Would you like the overlap at the end?
Oh. Hey,
Ric Flair, can I get a... Woo! Thank you.
how about Luke calling himself an asshat, though? On the update.
Right? He actually agreed that. I to this day, I still don't get why in the Bungie, that vid doc where he's like, I want you to take Oryx's ass and put it on your head, like an ass hat. Like, what does that mean? Like,
Yeah.
like
That's what he said?
yeah.
That's confusing.
What do y'all think about this apology?
Some fetish
What
stuff.
do y'all think about this apology? Is this apology real, or
His apology?
do you think it really came from the heart?
Okay. I think that he still, to this day, means what he said in that Eurogamer interviewer. But you really think that he did this out of his heart? No, I'm sure like the board met and they're like, holy shit, we got a lot of bad PR. Let's force Luke Smith to apologize. And how do we even know that's Luke Smith? I mean, Deej could have just typed that up. There's no video of Luke Smith himself apologizing.
Right.
We don't know. I I am very skeptical when it comes to bad PR being resolved, especially in a game I'm very passionate about. Mm-hmm. I still think that Luke Smith means what he meant, because he never said, no, I was wrong. I'm sorry that I said you guys are going to throw money at your screen. He never said anything like that. He just said, hey guys, I'm sorry, okay, bye.
So you really think Deej was the one calling him an asshat?
I probably. I bet Deej was smiling as he wrote that part out. That's why it's all in blue. He was feeling so happy.
Well, Cryptarch, what's your take on that?
Well, I feel like Bungie are backtracking. I actually spoke to John T. Barnes, who's the director of production today, and he had this to say. So I basically went into him about what I've already said to you guys about the whole Microsoft spiel, etc., etc. So he then replied to me, "Thanks for the kind words. We will make more mistakes, I'm sure, but we'll endeavour to right the wrongs." Now, I feel Bungie as a company, and above all other companies in video games, actually listen to their community and their gripes and moans and screams and pipes.
Yeah.
Bungie are a great company to actually listen to the community and the actual feeling, the wave that's actually coming over.
Right.
Because if you look at the actual Call of Duty franchise, like another Activision published one, I feel that they had a massive gripe with exosuits and exo movements. Look at what they're doing now.
Right, changing it.
They're now reincorporating.
Well,
yeah, they're the main staple of the game again. Yeah.
Yeah, but at least Bungie listen to the problems and actually try and help us out. They're not a terrible company, but I feel as a company going out on their own, they're very young because they don't have the backing from the console maker to go, oh hey, it's fine. Which now, if you look at the debacle over Master Chief Collection, if Microsoft sorted that out for 343 so they could get on and do their job.
Right.
But, now Bungie are having to own up to their mistakes. And I just feel, I think maybe a bit false in PR, but actually deep down, they're trying to fix things.
Yeah, I think
matchmaking.
What I got out of the apology was pretty much, Bungie. Actually, it's very smart for a company to just admit what they did wrong and post an apology, and that's it. It ends there. A lot of other. I see it in sports all the time where people try to cover it up. It makes it worse and worse. The Tom Brady.
The one issue I find though. The one issue I do really, really find is, the same week they're talking about locking content off to a privileged few. They then come out with, not Bungie directly, but they come out with the whole hey guys, buy a Red Bull. It will get you an XP boost and some exclusive missions. That's great.
That's a whole nother can of worms, the Red Bull thing.
The problem I find with that, as being from a country that can't get that, is they've already essentially locked some content. It's vanity items, and what Bungie have done by allowing me to buy them, I've already got the collector's editions pre-ordered. That's fine. I have no qualms with that. But the fact that in the same week they fucked up that, they then get the Red Bull campaign kickoff,
right?
Which is no fault of Bungie's directly, but I feel Activision as a publisher and Red Bull as a company haven't actually looked at the actual scale this is having on the community.
But anyway, yeah, pretty much, Bungie apologized. Or Luke Smith, and to most people, that kind of puts the Band-Aid on the deep scar right there. But anyway, Moving
No, the
forward.
Band-Aid is the $20 expansion you can buy that then will give
There
you
you
the
go.
collector's digital.
Win-win right there, right? Win-win situation for customers and Bungie.
But hey, what a way to apologize that, hey, I'm sorry, give me $20 for the shit you want. But I feel that day one players feel that they've gotten overprivileged at the moment, and the actual stuff from the founder stuff, they're going to get like a bunch of cool stuff, but at the same time, they shouldn't get the new stuff for free because that's ridiculous, because hard times gone into that. But like, let's move away from the subject because we could go on all night about it.
Exactly.
Oh, and Luke, I just wanted to say one thing though, in regards to when you were talking about the Red Bull thing, and like what Activision is doing with Red Bull now. If you guys remember, it's not the first time they've tried these things out. If you guys remember what Halo and Call of Duty, they did that with Mountain Dew and Doritos. They tested that then, and it worked out, and it skyrocketed sales and everything. So it's like, is a little kind of aggravating that they're going through the same bullshit again with a game even more people are. Well, I'm not gonna say even more, but people are very passionate about. But it's proven to work before, so you really can't blame them for getting, this time at least it's new, at least not Mountain Dew again. They grabbed a different company to get on board with them, but it has worked in the past.
Right.
No, essentially, as a smart guy, I know that marketing and collaborations will always it's trying to net funds basically at the end of the day. But the fact that they haven't made that available to all players across all regions, essentially due to laws and stuff like that, because I know in the UK you can't do that sort of thing anymore. You can't market it the same way as you can in the US and Canada.
Well, I guess
is absolutely fine.
I guess you'll see me selling Red Bull on eBay now, so you'll see that coming up next.
To our friends across the seas.
Exactly. But anyway, coming up next is Burdi's weekly favorite weapon.
And now, it's time for Burdi's Weapon Breakdown. Witness as Burdi explains his favorite weapon of the week, of the day, of the hour. He changes constantly. Let's listen to it, Burdi. Tell us now.
Well, John, Whips, Luke, this week I'm actually going back to an old favorite, and it's one that a lot of people are very upset about, and it's the Hawkmoon. Because if you guys remember, pre-hand cannon patch, the Hawkmoon was hitting, what guys, was it 96 or 98 a headshot? Was it? Because wasn't it always like a 2-hit headshot, no matter what, when it was going on, even without the bonus? Now, when I was messing around with it this week, and I was realizing that this gun still holds all the punch that it had. So what, that would drop down about 2 bullets, but it rewards accuracy. It's still a 3-hit headshot. You can drop a Thorn user quicker than they can hit you with those, 2-hit headshot and let you bleed out and run away. It's a gun that rewards accuracy, and it's who said false?
Me.
Tell me then. Go on, Luke.
No, essentially with the Thorn, the problem is host. And the way you can double tap with Thorn versus Hawkmoon, you can actually beat Hawkmoon fairly easily. I've seen it in trials a lot.
I know what you're saying with that again, with the lag compensation that Bungie does. My point behind the Hawkmoon is you can drop somebody, they'll still kill you with their DOT, but if it was more on an even playing field, the Hawk would beat out the Thorn, is my opinion on that, because Thorn only hits you for 84 on that headshot. So if they're an inaccurate player, you can still kill them, but yeah, it's unfortunate that DOT is going to kill you. But one of my main points about this gun this week that I found out was, I hit somebody in the body for 148. When I saw that, it's a gun now that I know, since it can do that, I've put away my Thorn now, and I've been exclusively using this gun because I just couldn't believe that still that power locks in this gun, and it's still the only primary besides the No Land Beyond that can be essentially a 1-hit headshot with somebody at full health, even somebody wearing the RAM. So that's my favorite weapon of the week.
Wecking.
That's my wecking weapon.
I was actually
thinking
about Hawk.
You're welcome.
Also, if y'all want to see Whip's reaction to getting Hawkmoon, I'll post a link under in the description. You'll be able to click on that. It's pretty hilarious. So
those were always the best.
Exactly. But
I actually got my 3rd Hawkmoon this week.
3rd Hawkmoon.
Really?
Yeah.
Check you out.
I got my 3rd Hawkmoon. Guess who? By arch nemesis Brother Vance.
And
I bet that was hard accepting it from him.
Yeah, it was. But like the week before, the guy gave me Galahorn and nothing manacles. I was like, oh, so much salt.
you know, more console.
Piece of shit.
More console brought up a good point on Twitter. Actually, either today or yesterday, he said something that it'd be hilarious if the Xbox users that get the Hawkmoon is no longer exclusive in September. Xbox One is going to get it. It'd be funny if there's going to be Xbox players that get the Hawkmoon before PS4 players. That's pretty messed up.
That's low. That's low.
Yeah.
I think they should just sell it the first week out of Xur.
Literally, what I feel is going to happen is, well,
Xur's going to sell the Monte Carlo.
I sure as hell am not going to be giving away Hawkmoons, but, you know, I just remember doing the, like, PS exclusive strike, like, when Destiny was vanilla. Like, I ran that strike with the Scion flares, like, and all that shit, like, so many times, because I thought that was the only way to get Hawkmoon. And now I see, I literally thought, like, PS exclusive strike, like, I was running, like, what was the highest strike at the time?
That'd have been 26?
No, I think 26.
No, it might have been 26, right?
Well, we've got Dragon now, which is 30. And I think
28. So it might have been 26.
Not sure.
Yeah, but whatever it was, we're side noting. I basically just ran it, but then I was always looking for like the Scion flashlight to go, I'm gonna get it now. But then the way exclusive content works in this game is kind of weird. Because even though it's exclusive, it's not guaranteed. Which is pretty cool actually.
Right. Alright, well, enough of Hawkmoon. Moving forward, something cool actually happened last weekend. I was kind of involved with it. I saw N64 Josh on Twitter posting about his son. His son's name's Gavitron on Xbox, and he was pretty much streaming and with a couple of guys. I guess 2 people that were in his party.
From LFG.
I'm not sure. From LFG, there you go.
Of course.
They grouped up and they finished, I think, level 35 Stokells, and at the end when they got to the chest, they kicked them out of the party. And they were talking a lot of crap to him. I think they called him some names and stuff like that, which, you know,
and stuff like that,
I think he's 12. As a 12-year-old kid, I think that,
13.
Oh, 13. There you go. I'm getting all my facts wrong. That's pretty rough. I'd be a little upset, you know. So when I saw that tweet, I was like, yeah, you know what? I had grown up in West Texas. I had neighbors, 2 little boys that I babysat became pretty much my little brothers, and I've seen one of them get bullied a little bit, so it kind of hit home a little bit. So I was like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna do something nice for this kid. Let's start. I contacted Legend Blue. It's like, hey, because he was on the Twitter feed too, and I was like, hey, why don't we do something for Gavitron? Maybe raise some money to buy him a PlayStation 4 and bring him over to the PlayStation 4 community. So on Saturday, we started at 7, and after 4 or 5 hours, we got the goal of $500. And that I think the following day, I contacted Gavitron's dad, N64 Josh, on Twitter, and I told him, say, hey, here's the information. Go ahead and withdraw the money, and in return, I'd like to see your son's reaction when he sees the PlayStation 4. So what happened, he's like, you know what? I'm going to go get it tonight. So he contacted GameStop, and he had the employees there at GameStop go with it. He pretty much set it up. It's like, hey, I'm buying this PlayStation 4. I'm going to surprise my son. And he got up there, and when Gavitron saw that PlayStation, I mean, this kid's reaction was just priceless. I mean, I'm gonna post the.
It made my heart melt.
Yes,
it was beautiful and genuine. Like you could just
that's what I was gonna
feel
say,
the joy.
genuine.
exactly, and it was real.
Like, I see a lot of shit. It was really cool.
Yeah, and so I'm gonna post that link on the description. You'll be able to click that and check that out. Don't miss out on that. It's really cool. But anyway, what's cool about it is that Josh contacted me the following day, and he was like, "Hey, GameStop's manager contacted me, and they want to make this a nationwide story." And I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." So I'm pretty excited about that. We'll see what happens. I'm sure. I don't know if it's just out of excitement or anything like that, but I will keep you guys posted. And also, what happened? What was I gonna say? Also, Josh invited me to. N64 Josh is Mr. Loot Cave on Twitter, and he's part of the Aim Assist podcast. So they invited me over there to kind of tell the story. So that'll be fun. But anyway, make sure you click the link and check out that video because it's truly
and go
amazing
check out Mr. Luke Cave on Twitter. Give him a follow.
Give him a shout out
as well.
Go ahead,
He's a good dude.
Cryptarch, you want to say something?
I think off the back of that, I just think really thank you to anyone that really got involved and doing the stream or actually donating because there's a lot of shit in the community at the moment, and we've seen a lot of things being negative at the moment. But I think seeing something as positive as that, helping out a 13-year-old kid that technically bullied out of loot just because he's a squeaker. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Hats off to the community for supporting that.
And again, I want to personally thank all the people that were involved and helped out with the stream, that were there participating, especially the people that donated. I mean, there was people that were donating up to $100. So I mean, it made it really easy to make goal. That was a fifth of what we needed. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That was really cool. But anyway, before we end the stream, I kind of want to dedicate this podcast in honor of Josh R. Stokell. He was the video that was Guardian Down was about him. He suffered from cystic fibrosis and passed away. I think they're doing a Breathe Easy 36-hour stream event this weekend, starting on the 27th. It's going to be on twitch.tv/Dads of Destiny. A lot of cool people are going to be involved in there, including the Cryptarch. I think Dado might be involved. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool people from the community. And Luke, do you want to talk a little bit about the stream itself, since you're a part of it?
Yeah, sure. So, Josh has a great story, and it's one that actually is worthy of a legendary guardian. So, he was born with cystic fibrosis, but instead of letting it beat him, he went all the way, got his PhD, and then the first thing he did was became a researcher into cystic fibrosis. Unfortunately, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? You think there must be so many people in the world that is born with the same thing that just give up and go, you know what, it's not worth it. But this guy went all the way, he did absolutely everything, went all the way from school, which must have been an absolute, it's a ridiculously long time.
Wow.
So he did all of that, and then actually got to the point where he could actually research the disease that was disabling him from living a normal life. Unfortunately, he died whilst having a lung transplant. So,
oh wow.
Within his short life, it's really sad.
Oh.
But at the same time,
but
in his short life, he's done more than all of us guys could do.
He's done so much.
He's what? He was 30, mid 30s.
36, right? Was it what I read?
Yeah, 36.
Yeah. And so,
I really like the Dad's Destiny community for what they've done so far. but I think like with doing this stream, it's gonna bring it to the next level. So
Yeah.
we've got some things going on.
Make sure you go
It's gonna be
stop
great.
by. It's going to be his memorial. I'm not sure if they're trying to raise money for
For a
his,
good cause. It's going to be a cool event. Go there, check it out, and enjoy.
Yeah, at least
Remember
stop
him.
by 5 minutes, at least, and check it out, because that'd be cool in honor of Josh R. Stokell. But anyway,
It's gonna be a fun time. You'll get laughs.
Anyway, on a good note here, we're about to close it here on Invigorate Hangout Podcast. We have the one and only, the Dark Knight, Batman, closing us out.
I am vengeance. I am the knight. I am Batman. Hello, everybody. What's going on? So, I am here to close out this podcast, I hear. So, I just want to tell everyone thanks for coming and hanging out and talking about bat stuff. Did you guys talk about bat stuff? I fucking hope you did. Oh no, Batman cussed. I don't think I could do that. So anyway, I just want to plug everybody for LT John 5. Go check out his MLG on MLG.tv. For Burdi, check him out on Twitter at _it's Burdi. And as a part of that, also check out the Invigorate Gaming on Twitch, where him and LT John and also Cool and Viva stream there all the time. And for this Mr. Whips guy, this silly loser, whoever he is, check out his YouTube. That guy could sure use some views. And for the Cryptarch, check him out on the Dads of Destiny Twitch event, the 36-hour stream event. He'll be streaming. His section will be on from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturday. I'm the Dark Knight, and thanks for coming out. Adios, amigos.